Cookout time. Oh. Oh.
What's your favorite cousins? Angie.
And this is Demi. That's me.
What, you not sure who you are?
Nah, sometimes I'm not. You know.
Oh, okay. It'd be like that.
Yeah, it's
Different personalities, different days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that. So what are you bringing?
What am I bringing? I'm bringing something cute. You know what? I'm just bringing some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because it's a recession. And then PB&J it's a very fall time sandwich for me. I don't know why. I don't know, because I like it slightly warm,
Right.
peanut butter and jelly, nice hot bread. It gives very comforting, and that's what you want in the fall season. And so for this cookout, I'm bringing multiple forms of it. I'm getting the edges of the best part of the sandwich. Gonna be a slightly buttered bread, brioche possibly.
Ooh, okay, you know what? Cool. I'm gonna disappoint the people with this one, just like the country continues to disappoint me. And I'm bringing something that the people in the middle of America will probably make, which is like a pineapple cobbler that they somehow incorporate cheese in it.
Yep.
And about sour cream or something like that.
Sour cream, and then they probably garnish it with parsnips or something like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's gonna be some raisins.
Right. You know what? Yeah. Oh, like a bad ambrosia salad with American sliced cheese.
I'm like, what? Y'all put anything you had in the fridge in this one. Y'all said, let's put all this stuff together.
Yo, there was this one where I think it was the pineapple thing that I'm talking about, and they put Cool Whip in it with cheese with the pineapples. And I was like, that's not even creative. Like, y'all are just looking to blow up the whole toilet because it's so nasty.
People, their body's different than mine. Mine was shut down.
Yeah.
Just the thought of it. My stomach's just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You don't love yourself, don't mean I don't have to love myself.
Exactly. I remember when Cool Whip was the thing, it was like, ooh, I'm gonna have some Cool Whip on my stuff, and then now I'm like, ooh.
Cool Whip was a specific time. That was very popular in that late 90s kind of, maybe I would say all the 90s, Cool Whip. Everything I see had something to do with Cool Whip. And I was like, wow, y'all really like this basic, what's it, just whipped sugar, or what is Cool Whip? Actually, eggs? It's like how you do mayonnaise or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm not.
Yeah, it was really damn weird, but
it was a garnish that went too far.
It went too far, and I was like, I would never eat that. All these extra grapes, and then you add cheese and then raisins and all that stuff. I really thought that people were trolling. I was like, maybe people are actually trolling, but I think these people are dead ass.
Yeah.
But cousins, we're gonna give you a quick little to go play for this episode. There's not really much to discuss on the weird things that are happening in the country right now with somehow a podcaster influencer debating teenagers who just graduated from high school on college campuses and becoming a martyr somehow. It's I don't know how else to put it, but I feel like they, whatever agenda is going on in this country, they're like, okay, cool. We got somebody that we can have the focus on so people can have, the white supremacist white America is just like, oh my gosh, now we have somebody that we can really have behind us to drive our anger. That's what it seems like.
I don't know. It is given very unbelievable reality TV.
Right.
That is also still very believable because everything you see now is just amplified from all the fears that we had, especially told by our parents and our parents' parents. I'm not sure if it's more mainstream because of how social media works now, but it's definitely in our face right now, and it's almost comical of how everything played out, but it's also scary. These are actually real lives that are being affected by this. I don't know. I'm just ready for the season to be over. I'm not sure it's going to end with an alien abduction or a mushroom cloud. Either way.
Mm-hmm. I thought it
Either
was
way,
gonna
we're
end
gonna be
with
drinking.
either what? Either way, you're gonna
Either
be
way, we're
drinking.
gonna be drinking.
Period. We're gonna be drinking and we're gonna be laughing at the end of the day. But like also being well aware because it
Yeah.
is really crazy how like that shooting turned into at the same time of like a shooting that happened in a school and that it overshadowed, but then also the first inkling these mofos thought was like, oh, you know what, we're gonna go to the HBCU and we're gonna go instigate with like black students, like that was weird. And then two young men find are in trees, like hanging from trees, which is really bringing it back. Uh, you know,
Which is even to me is so like it's like you don't want to always use the R word for all these instances, but how can you describe one how do I describe this without us getting in trouble? One vanilla cream tone person,
mm-hmm.
pewing another vanilla cream
Right?
person, and then y'all take their anger out on black schools. I don't understand.
The
I don't
pipeline is
understand.
off.
And I'm just like, you don't like that R word being thrown around that you're this type of person, but that's the only solution I get from this. That's the only way I get to describe that, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't I can't make the why would that how does that balance out?
Like, where did that even come from? Like, they're not even your problem right now.
So it's to a point where it's also, especially these individuals online who are on this pilgrimage of being like, don't celebrate this person's like demise, blase. Then I'm like, all right, fair. The celebrating of someone's ending in general to me has always been barbaric, and I would never do so. I would never do so to a certain degree, especially if they didn't inflict.
No.
If they didn't inflict that type of, I'm trying to make sure I get my words nicely for this video, so they won't be like, you can't say that word. You know how IG and YouTube is right now.
Yeah, I already said.
I usually only equate like celebrating or being happy about someone's demise if they cause that type of ending for someone else. So this one is a situation where it's like, this is a political figure. People are also very surprised, and like, guys, a lot of times a lot of political things end up like this, aka MLK, Malcolm X. Where's your energy for that? Also, too, a lot of individuals I see talking out about this stuff like that have been silenced about everything else that's been going on. They're not talking about these schools that are being targeted for this individual. People being targeted who have nothing to do with this situation. I hate to say it, but this is a situation for the Vanilla Cream tribe that really does not involve us, to be honest. So I'm not sure why we're getting so much people calling it so much backlash for this. Like, you want to go threaten to send something up in the air, go threaten the school that the pew came from. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand this. So it's like, that leads me to believe that it has to be racially motivated. That's the only way it makes sense to me. Or you're a coward and you do not know how to stand up to members of your own tribe, and you can't stand up to them, so you just go along with them, which also just makes it, you're just weak for it. You're weak in the R word. So I just don't understand, like I'm not going to celebrate it. I'm definitely not going to mourn him. But this is the plight that he wanted, so he got the ending that was set up for him.
Right. I mean, even with the memorial, I think with it just gave off a lot of rally. It was like a different level of like a Twilight Zone, with the lady saying like, you send these kids to school and then they come back liberals or something like that, or you don't, like, basically don't send your children to college because college will change their minds.
Yeah.
And then that guy, what's his name, Stephen Miller, I think it was, with that weird speech like, we are the light, we need to conquer the dark. And then next thing, Trump's coming up and then he's like, I don't care about my enemies. She can forgive them, but I don't forgive my enemies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, we just keep on digging, huh?
Right?
It's just really, it is really insane. And I don't really often agree with Charleston White on a lot of things, but one thing
No.
he did say is that they were trying to compare him to MLK, and like MLK did at some points have to talk about his people, and sometimes as his people, there are
Yeah.
some things that need to be corrected. But he said he don't see Charlie Kirk the same way, because he wasn't talking about things that are like ailing his people,
No.
and he said that was a weak man. He was not out here talking about the disease that is plaguing his people currently. And I was like, you know what, Charleston, sometimes you be
Yeah.
on it.
No, 100%. But also,
Sometimes you
too,
be
all
on
these
it.
individuals who are out there spewing, like, oh, trying to preach love and stuff now when it comes to this situation, preach love about all the other situations that's going on. I want to see that same energy when it comes to crime against the black community, POC, LGBT. I want to see you talking remarks about what's going on with Palestine. Like, let's, don't bring up a situation just because this takes a little bit home with you because y'all share the same skin tone.
Right.
You're already like you're allowing yourself to be a part of the story because it's someone of likeness,
Right.
and that's the only thing I'm getting from it. Either you are the nice R word, or you only feel emotion for people who look like you.
Right. Yep. It is so crazy the past couple of weeks, and we're all just like, release the Epstein files.
They're gonna do everything so get that Epstein file. We're gonna get Rihanna album. We're gonna get her album after the Epstein files. We're gonna get it after
They're
the
gonna
Epstein
be
files.
like, we need a
The
distraction.
Epstein files drop. I'm like, okay, so that means Rihanna album is like coming. She gonna drop in 3 days. She was like, hey, I guess I gotta drop it now. Y'all.
Yo, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also the people who are just like, oh, you guys have no compassion, like laughing about it. First of all, I haven't seen it. I'm not saying that there aren't people that haven't laughed, okay? But I'm just saying,
There's been memes and stuff about it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I got my truth behind it, but I'm not out there. I'm not out there. I guess sharing my sentiments with it because I know that it's to me it is still barbaric. I don't care about the individual. He's one of those situations when I think of him, I don't think of hate or anything like that. I don't think of nothing. I think of him as nothing. He's nothing to me. He's just a generic person that I grew up knowing in the South who had these type of images. Except he was given a platform. So it was nothing new to me. So one of those things there, I'm just like, I'm not going to celebrate his demise. Well, I will not be mourning it either. On to the next one. But also, this problem was caused by somebody else in your own tribe. So if you want to spew your anger and get mad about something, keep it over there. Respectful. Yep. This ain't got nothing to do with black people. Sorry.
Right. But when it comes to us, we're a monolith.
Y'all don't say nothing about George
Floyd or like
I ain't saying nothing about Charlie Kirk.
They
you
got
do your stuff over there.
Costume. Right. They got a whole costume of them, like all this stuff, the Trayvon Martin challenge, like that shit is sick.
Horrible. And
they're yelling at the TV, like yelling at the TikTok, like, I am Charlie Kirk.
Right?
I'm like, some screws are loose the way you screaming at this phone, but we have a lot more things to focus on in the future, especially with these midterms elections coming up. So
yeah,
we gotta all a distraction. We gotta, they just wanted to have somebody in the forefront so they can have like a martyr, so they can have like a reason to really fight for whatever. All these people are calling for like civil wars and stuff, and they're like, say the word, and we're there.
Calm down.
It's crazy, but on a day-to-day basis, though, we have more things to worry about, like these bills, and these bills will keep coming.
Yeah, we'll talk it out.
with or without him. And it's like
So
everybody's focused on the wrong things. We're focused on the division, and we're not focused about how these billionaires just keep going and getting these tax cuts. And we keep for some reason this country keeps falling for the trap of thinking that they themselves can just pull themselves up by their bootstraps, like everybody could do that and just get money. Like that's
it's
really
so
not
funny.
how it works.
I heard about this interview where they was talking to like farmers and stuff like that, and how they were impacted by like ICE agents because they lost a lot of workers, and these mofos are so gung ho about Trump. Like they're just like, oh yeah, things have been a little bit harder because blase, but we're still gonna. We're still believing in Trump. He's for the average man. It's like, really? I love the fact that y'all are losing money and workers, and y'all still on this fight. This is the whole reason why you jump on this fight, because you're supposed to gain earnings, and now you're losing it, and you're still pro Trump.
You see, that's why they keep cutting education. They keep cutting education because they know you keep the population dumb, and they're gonna still get away with what they want to get away with. That's it. Period. Point blank. Yeah. Point blank. Period. And you know what? And you keep keeping people poor. They keep eating this trashy ass food. It affects your mind and everything. It's by design. It's so by design that it's hard to combat it. They've been keeping up with this shit for years.
Yeah. Also, why did YouTube and IG? Yeah, YouTube and IG, when you get posts on there, stop people from using all word without flagging them. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Because aren't we fighting for freedom of speech? Isn't that the whole thing? Freedom of speech?
That's also one to talk about earlier, how they got flagged for. I was like, are you serious? Yeah, they got flagged for saying that, this, and that. And this is all, I'm sure if you ladies, all these terminology you can't technically use without being flagged. It's all things that are equivalent to individuals of a certain type who act a certain way. That's not us. But we can't use that as a way to describe them or mention our videos.
Right. It's really crazy because these far right people get to say whatever the hell they want.
No.
Whatever the hell they want. And everyday people, when you're trying to speak up for injustice, or somebody did a video, some guy was just talking about like the billionaires and stuff like that. And he's like, why did YouTube demonetize my page or demonetize my video when I didn't even say anything crazy?
Yep.
You speak on humane things or human rights, and then that gets flagged. But these
like, no.
whatever they want.
This is not what our investors want, because our investor partakes in.
Yep. Yep. Like, there's so many things that's messed up about it, especially like in the justice system and stuff. Like when it comes to women, reporting like assault and stuff like that, and how a lot of these people will just push it to the wayside because from who you report it to, from the cops to the judges to probably the people on jury duty, have probably all participated in that activity. So that's why they can't condemn these other men who do it, because they themselves have done it. So they don't want to condemn themselves. And they'll probably rationalize it in their minds like, oh, but she did this or he did that. Or she, like they'll rationalize it to be like, well, she probably asked for it.
Exactly. And
because that's what happened with me. She asked for it because what was she wearing?
And they rather see themselves in the villain than the victim.
You scarred this person. You scarred them for the rest of their life. And y'all ain't even gonna pay for their therapy.
Nope.
Like you
not even Obamacare.
Nothing. Like, it is so crazy. It is so crazy. You just, when you think about it, you just talk yourself in a circle. See, we supposed to do this a little bite. Now I'm just mad.
Yeah, I'm just mad too. Oh, now I gotta go. Now I gotta go punch something.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go burn some sage. I got my sage right over here.
It's all right. I won't be pew nobody.
Yeah, I won't. Unless they ask. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Self-defense.
Y'all, we got a lot of things to deal with on all different levels of being alive. Not only do we have to deal with being alive, but we also got to deal with this country and how it affects everybody. And it's crazy. It's really? Like, I don't feel like life shouldn't have been this hard. I feel like we were just supposed to be like outside, naked, eating.
I was about to say naked.
Huh?
I was about to say naked.
Oh.
We're supposed to be happy and naked.
Yeah. You're not happy when you're naked?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, y'all need to take off the clothes. Y'all stressed. Your turtleneck got you messed up.
I'm just saying it should not have to be this hard. Like life should not have to be this hard. That's all I'm saying. Like we can all. Yeah, I know. Agreed.
Someone decided to make it a business, and now it's this.
Now we're stuck.
Huh.
Yep.
Guys, with that being said, make sure you get out there and vote. Make sure you're out there for the elections, not just for the presidential election, for your local elections.
Yeah.
Things are wild.
It's really
Leave
wild.
with a little bit more empathy. Watch out for your crew, your group.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get don't lose sight for one. Keep pushing forward. Because often will happen. But we'll push through it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we really can do. Sleep, eat your greens, go to the gym.
Yeah, and that's the most thing you could do is take care of yourself, do some research.
Whatever higher being you have to look to, no matter what you believe in, seek it and go for it and stay strong. Like, this is a bumpy ride. This is a bumpy ride that I've ever been in my life. I'm sure any of us have. And we're gonna keep riding it.
We're gonna keep riding because you know what, our ancestors, they really went through worse so we can have heat, so we can be here. So you know what? Nothing to it but to do it. Shit. All right, y'all. Cousins out. I mean, hope, yes.